What it do, everybody? It's your boy Terrell Crowder back again with another edition of Professional Wisdom that I wish somebody would have taught me day one inside the professional landscape. Today's lesson, I want to focus on how to give criticisms and how to have uncomfortable conversations. Number one, you got to realize half your professional career is based off how do you handle conflict, how do you respond to conflict, and how do you address conflict? Let me say that one more time. How do you handle conflict? How do you respond to conflict? How do you deal with conflict? Let's start off with the first thing. Criticism is normal. It's uncomfortable, but it's normal. You need to know your weak points, your strong points, your improvements, your areas that need to be adjusted, and things you just need to stop doing. It is best to have a lot of those conversations, in my opinion, between year 1 and year 7. Why is it so important to have between 1 and year 7? Those are your strictly foundational years. Foundational years meaning you building yourself, you establishing your reputation, you establishing your timely manner, you will let people know you're reliable, you're dependable. You are building those building blocks inside of yourself into the professional person you will be long term. He or she should understand this. Criticism early on is not only required, it's needed. Like you need water, like you need food, like you need sunlight, you need criticism. You need to know what is working in the current and future marketplace. In the current and future marketplace, it is so different than it was 10 years ago. You got to update your skills readily and you need to find out what's going on, what's going to translate, what's going to transfer, and what will make you and put you above your competition. I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to always translate and transfer no matter what. How do you handle and give criticism? The person that can handle an office conversation by hearing I'm not living up to where I need to live to and then adjust will be preferred. A person that can hear what I did was unacceptable and adjust will be preferred. We are now living in a system in the world, right? As we see these effervescing changes, you need to understand this. So do your skill sets. Things that you heard that would be profitable 10 years ago will not be profitable in the next 5 years. How? You got to stay above the curve. You got to be able to have uncomfortable conversations to hear what skills will matter. And the only skills that will matter that nobody else wants to hear is soft skills. Approachability, your willingness to have an uncomfortable conversation by saying, hey, this mark was missed and how it was missed. When you can break down how it was missed, when you can establish in details in a way that you don't want to have that miss happen to you again, that is what truly will set you apart and give you an unwilling understanding. Next, remember, when you are having an uncomfortable conversation, be quiet. I know it's hard and you want to express your thoughts, but I'm going to give you some recommendation that I always heard that was really phenomenal for me that I learned from therapy. Write it down. When you're having an uncomfortable conversation, don't let your facial expression show it. Write it down. Write down a date, the time, what day it is, and where you're at. After you write those things down, you need to write down what the person is saying. Write it down because you're going to internalize in your mind what happened and what went wrong. As you're writing it down, you respond as you write down. You remember, as you are writing it down, you respond and ask questions as you write it down. This will teach you how to temper your emotions. It's already uncomfortable for the person to have to give you the conversation, right? But the thing you want to do is you want to make he or she feel relaxed. He or she can feel relaxed if you're listening and engaging while they're speaking. You're going to say to them, you ready? Hey, to make sure I retain this information, I know you're going to send me your report. Do you mind if I write it down as you're speaking with me? Oh, sure. You're writing it down. You're taking notes. This is what you're doing. You watching? You don't have to get everything. What you need to do is summarize what you hear and write it down on a piece of paper. These are notes meant for you. These are notes meant for your ability. These are notes meant for your standard and your expectation you're going to have in your professional concepts. Remember, the whole point of everything I'm teaching you is an individual-based thing. I want to give you any gaps that I felt like I should have had. I want to give it to you from day one. Now, you're not going to retain it all from day one, but what you will do is you will already have it in your tool belt. Having something in your tool belt to have and use when the time comes is so much more better than being completely unprepared. Nobody ever told me these tactics. I had to go through trial and error. And sometimes it was good for me. But if I would have been knowing how to prepare, how to listen to conversations, how to handle the uncomfortable conversations, how to not respond out of emotion and just listen and take in what's being said to me, I truly believe I will be 12 steps more ahead than I am now. Now, I've done extremely well from what I've came from, and I have nothing to be ashamed about, right? But as far as when you look back in the reflection period, right? You look back what gap years and what things that you've missed that misled you. And you will find the gap years. And you have to be critical and honest with yourself. Hopefully, you got the name of this lesson. Hopefully, how to give criticism and how to have uncomfortable conversation was relatable to you. If you need more assistance with it, DM me. Let me know. We could talk about it and discuss it much more further. It's your boy, Terrell Crowder, giving you professional lessons. Hopefully, you learn the concept. Until next time, peace.